sure by now you've heard about the incident with Tom Cruise's luggage that was stolen along with a 7 Series BMW he was using while filming in Birmingham in the United Kingdom. Here's a few things that we have to consider. First, that was a very embarrassing issue for the security team. He was, of course, very upset about having lost all that luggage. They found the car later on, but the luggage was gone. And the reason they found the car is because it had a GPS tracker on it. But the thieves were most probably looking for his belongings, which could earn a lot of money later down the road. But the things that we have to consider in this particular case are as follows. The first one is the security driver was responsible for that car at all times. That is his tool. That is the most important thing he needs to worry about. Everything else comes secondary. He needs to worry about the only tool that will allow him to protect his principal and his belongings. And the reason that that car was broken into was because they used technology to clone or to replicate the signal from the fob that the driver has. Those brand new BMWs, they are always actively communicating with between the key and the car. And as soon as you get near the car, it opens up. That's not a very good idea for security reasons. It's very convenient. BMW is looking for convenience, and BMW without the fob, without having that signal present, is like dead weight. There's no way you could have stolen, or they could have stolen that vehicle without the fob. They can replicate the signal of the fob in order to get into the car and actually turn it on by using a device that they can get online. It's not that expensive or hard to get on the black market. And this device has two ends. One end goes near the fob and the other end goes near the car. And it actually tricks the car into thinking that the fob is right there. It's near it. So in order to be able to break into Tom Cruise's BMW, they had to be near the car on one side and the fob, who must have been, we assume, in the driver's pocket. So the first miss on the security driver's side was he did not notice or detect when somebody was standing too close to him to be able to scan that fob and send that signal to outside the hotel where the BMW was parked. And the other thing is, they couldn't have been too far apart because those systems do not transmit via long range. So his situational awareness failed to notice that there was somebody near the car and somebody near him. Or the fob was at the valet parking. That is another miss, because if you leave the car at the valet parking filled with hundreds of thousands of dollars of luggage or personal belongings for Tom Cruise, you are still responsible, and you let that chain of custody be broken, because now you don't know who has access to that car and what's going on. So there's a big breach in the protection line. But if it wasn't the valet parking, that's even easier, because it's easier to get to the box. Usually valet parkings just have the keys in bulk, and all they had to do was get near that box where they keep the keys and then have it transmit. It was probably very near to the car. Still, the security driver must have thought of that. But here's an idea. As security drivers, we need to evolve. We need to always be looking out for these type of situations and not let it happen once we know that the situation might arise. When you walk around with your credit cards, you usually put them in a wallet that has RFID protection so that they don't get stolen the same way. They work the exact same way, RFID. So what if you had a little RFID lock box or RFID safe box where you could put the key while you keep it in your pocket? Just an idea. Drop us a line. If not, we'll see you next time.